Hey guys, how's it going? Bryce Donahue here, and today I'm just gonna go over something that I feel like is important. And I've been actually dealt with this situation for quite a while. Um, Talking about it to other people and just living it. That one thing is to never give up on anything in life. If you know what I mean. If you were to ask me about a year and a half ago, maybe, no, probably about 9 months ago, I'd say. If you were to ask me any time from 9 months down, the situation I'm in today, I wouldn't have believed it. This is why. So when I was in 6th grade, my parents have gotten a divorce. I'm going to set my phone down. I'm sorry I'm shaking it so much, but I'm doing a video in my car. I wanted to be quiet, so I'm just doing it out in the car. So, when I was in 6th grade, my parents have actually gotten a divorce. And that time, my mom had the house. I was in, her custody and everything, and I was in 6th grade, so I didn't really know too much what to expect. It impacted me. I know I was sad a lot, but I was with my mom most of the days, and it was it was all right. I'd see my dad every Wednesday and every other weekend, and I'd be with my mom basically every day except for Wednesday and every other weekend. So then later on down the road, we, I don't know really why I said we, but, my mom got back together with my dad, basically started dating kind of thing. And about a year after, it just didn't work out. And this time, my dad was living in the house my mom had before. And so then my mom had to move out this time, and I was in my dad's custody. And my mom actually had nowhere to go. It was a super scary situation, which made a huge impact in my life, made me look at a lot of things differently. Divorce is sad, but it's taught me a lot of things. It's taught me how I could be, if I ever get married, how I could be a better husband, what I could do to, make sure my family is healthy and everything and able to keep going without any issues. I get in families that sometimes stuff doesn't work out. Beliefs, two people, everybody thinks the same. So it's almost bound that there's going to be kind of like an argument going on. A lot of people I know, they say they never got into an argument with their wife or husband. But anyways, this divorce, I'm going to say it was like a divorce twice because it was kind of the same role. My mom had no place to go, so she was renting houses from her friends, people she's known for years. And when I'd hear that she had somewhere safe to be, I felt more comfortable. But sometimes, like, she'd be renting a house or, and she could only go for so many months on that house, and then she had to move out. I remember she was with her friends, and a lot of people have pets. My mom and my brother and me, we can't have pets. I mean, we can have a dog, but we gotta make sure it's like hyperallergenic, like literally. So my mom lived with a few people, rented out their houses with them living there, and it was all right. they'd help out the best they could, and my mom would, help them out in any way she could, and, pay them so much for the rent a month and stuff. So, it was all right. But like I said with the dogs, a lot of people had dogs, and my mom would test because, every dog, it kind of acts different with our allergies. Some dogs make you feel like you're about to die, like you're in so much like misery. It just hurts basically everywhere. Your eyes, it hurts to breathe and stuff. And then there's some that just make your nose runny, some that makes your eyes water, all different types of stuff. Well, these dogs happen to be the ones that we're super allergic to. And cats. Cats, we are like, there's no going cats for me and my mom and my brother. But yeah, she had to move out. In 1 year, we moved to 7 different houses. It made a big impact in my life, but like I said, there was a lot of stuff I learned. I'm kind of looking at it. It's hard, and I don't want to say it like this, but I'm kind of looking at it as a positive way. Like, instead of feeling sad, which I feel sad about it a lot. I think about, what if my parents were still married and stuff, and, it worked out. But, a lot of families, it can't be like that. And I'm just thankful that I can still see both of them. None of them moved far. So I just try and look at the upsides, but it can be hard. Another big impact in my life was when I first worked at this company for old classic cars. I love that job. I was working there for quite a while, 4 years. I mean, a lot of people would be like, 4 years, that's not really anything. But for 17 and stuff, I haven't been alive for 40 years. So, it's different for me. But I love that job. I did car detailing, did inside work and everything, the floors, cars inside. I tried to do as much as I could. And after COVID hit, I was out of a job because of COVID, and school kind of messed it up because we were going to school and like months and stuff, and we just thought it would be hard for me to come back. And also just a bunch of different stuff like what if we shut down again? We had a lot on our mind. So with my Zoom classes with school and everything, I like Zoom, but it could be better. It would be a lot better if we were in face-to-face and be able to get a lot more help and stuff. But, we got to do what we got to do because obviously COVID is no joke. My grandparents just had it. I guess my mom just called me and said that my grandpa is not doing too good. I guess he's basically looking like death, basically. It's sad to hear because before he was you'd never guess his age, man. He moved around like no other. And, I guess he went from that literally in 2 weeks. He went from being hyper and, for his age, and just gone to literally, I guess, sitting and doesn't want to do anything. And it's just sad how it happened. So it's definitely, worth being in this lockdown. I know it sounds bad, but it's like, if we were all back and stuff, the cases are worse than they ever were in the beginning when stuff was closing down. It's even worse now. And to think that it is literally already almost been a year since COVID hit, and it's crazy how it's happened. But, we got to do our thing. And since I was out of a job, guy named Brian, my mom's good friend, she was actually married to this guy's brother before my dad. And, my mom's known Brian for years, and he does plumbing. And he heard that I wasn't working, and he was like, you want to learn a new trade? And I was like, shoot, I'd love to. He goes, want to do plumbing with me? I was like, sure. I've always been into cars. I've always kept my head in cars, and I still am. I'd love to work around cars for a living and do what I like to do. But I was like, shoot, plumbing also would be a good thing to learn, because not only could I get paid off of that, I could do it at my own house if I really got to knowing it and learned it. So that summer, I worked with him for quite a while. I want to say probably about a month and a half to 2 months during the summer. And we'd get up around 7. I'd have to get there at 7:30. And we'd get home at like 8, 9, sometimes earlier. But we'd be gone for most of the day. And, I learned a lot of stuff off of that. And I'm still doing it right now on the weekends. Since school and everything, it's just hard for me to really work because not only homework, it's just taking longer to really get turned in because you're taking a guess basically and you're not seeing it done, demonstrated to you how you'd like it. You know what I mean? And it's not at all the teacher's fault. It's just how it's going right now. They can only do so much, and it's not their fault we're in this situation. But yeah, so then Brian got me working with him, and then now me and my friend Michael were doing it together with him. He puts together like all the pipes and everything, and he's basically got to put in the pipes because I can't do it, Michael can't do it, because we both don't have like plumbing licenses. And if me or Michael were to put that together, and let's say there was a leak, there was something wrong with it, and it causes damage to the house, well, Brian could get in a lot of trouble, and we could also get in a lot of trouble, causing him to probably lose his job because we're not certified for that. But, Michael and I, our job there is to bring in all the equipment that he needs, go run out to the trailer, bring in anything he'd need. And also I put together sinks, he puts together sinks. Yesterday, over the weekend, we worked 21 hours and put in 4 toilets, 6 sinks, 2 showers. We basically put them all together and stuff. And then what Brian does is he'll come in, pipe them up to PVC if it's like a, toilet or whatever. Or just a simple water line, he'll put that together. But what Michael and I do is just put everything together so that it just goes by quicker. Like, he was saying he worked by himself. He's actually working by himself. He's probably still working. But he said that jobs like we were doing over the weekend, if we didn't help him by doing just that, like putting together stuff and getting him ready for what he's about to do, he said that saved him hours of work. He said that if we didn't do that, he would have probably we did 5 or 6 houses over the weekend. He said that he would have probably only gotten about 3 to 2. He's like, it just helps a lot. So it's great to know that we can help so much with how quick he can get stuff done. And it's also an opportunity to learn a new trade, which that made a huge impact in my life because, I also consider this guy like family in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like he's cool. And can definitely teach me some stuff in a trade that would be handy in life in the future, possibly if I were to go to school or want to do that as a career. But yeah, so there's like I got a ton of life situations that have gotten me, inspired and just a huge impact in my life. I'll share another one. This is also a job that I did working with the classic cars and everything. There was Leroy Simpson. He worked there, and he was always cool. I used to go up there when I was like 5 years old, and I used to come up there so much that he just started like recognizing my name, and then he'd start saying my name and everything and show me around the place. Well, actually, it went from when I was 5 years old to when I was 13 years old. I walked in there, and he was always so positive and just up, and, had a lot of energy in him. I went up there one day and he was down. I could just see it, and I was like, what's going on? And he started crying, actually, and he told me that he had colon cancer. And it hit me hard. I honestly, when I think of cancer, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not good at all. And it isn't. And so I went over to a gift store out back, actually, and got him a Ford Mustang picture that said Giddy Up on it. And I got him a card and everything, and I brought it back to him, and he was so touched by it that he got to the owner of the place, and he was like, can we hire him? I worked as an intern for 1 year, just so that they could see how I would do and how quick and how I was with catching on to stuff. And after that year, I started getting paid, started getting more stuff, and then I went to being able to drive them cars. And it was just such a cool experience. I never thought I'd be able to work at some place like that as a first job also. I was super excited and worked there. Not back yet, because of COVID and everything. But it was a super cool experience, and being able to drive all them classic cars and everything when I was 16 too. I mean, it was super cool. And that will always be a close memory. And people who I know who work there, I'll always remember them for life, because they made such a huge impact on me. Which again, they were like family to me. I mean, because I'd be up there spending about as much time there as I did my house. And that was a really cool moment. So that's just some of my like life experience and everything. Also, I just want you guys to remember, you'll have awesome experiences in life, so don't ever think that anything in life is ever going to stick around. When my parents got divorced, like I said, it just got so bad to where I was like, how could it get any worse? Because my mom was worried about where she was going to live. I was worried about where she was going to live. Her car also broke down in the process, needed a part of the car. It was either like a transmission. It was a transmission mixed with a couple other things that made the parts more expensive than what the car was even worth. And I was shocked. I didn't know really what to do. I started actually trying to look for some car for her, to get by until she could get her car fixed. But unfortunately, she got it fixed really quicker than I thought and everything. But yeah, it's just, although sometimes it gets hard, I'll be the first to tell you guys it. You guys would already know from life, especially this year, life has gotten hard. And, don't ever, just think it's not going to end. It's going to one day. Stuff will happen. There is a path for your life that you got to believe in, and you'll get there. Trust me. But anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. Oh man, Christmas is right around the corner, so everybody have a Merry Christmas. If I don't make a video, I'm pretty sure I'll make a video by then. But, yeah, if I don't, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys later.